Hello, parents and carers of children in Year 2. Sadly, this welcome meeting cannot take place live, but I have recorded this video to give you some early information about routines and expectations of Year 2. My name is Mrs. Saunders, and I have taught in classes across the school over many years. As you can see from the cover page, the Year 2 classroom is bright and airy. The display boards will soon be filled with art and learning. The staff team in Year 2 is myself, Mrs. Saunders, and Mrs. Ayres, who was working with the children in Year 1. Working together, we can build an effective partnership so that all children will enjoy their time in Year 2 and achieve well. In Year 1, the children worked in small groups with an adult on their learning tasks, whilst others took part in discovery time. In Year 2, however, the very key skill is to build independence. An introduction to the learning and the tasks will be given as a class on the carpet before they then move to tables and do their best to show the learning. Tasks will always be differentiated to match the needs of the individual children. We want them to work independently, but be supported by the adults so they feel confident in their learning. Our topic is coastlines and fossils this term. So learning through this theme will take place across many curriculum areas like geography, DT, art, literacy, and many more. Our school values are revisited regularly so that the children understand why we have them and what behaviours we want to see in school. To make our place happy and for everyone where learning is fun and the children achieve their potential. You'll receive an electronic copy of the curriculum letter, which is an outline of the key routines and information which supports this video. What the children will be learning this year can be viewed on the website. The topics for this year, as you can see in the autumn term, they're geography topics, coastlines and fossils, and an island home. In the spring term, it's history-based, with London Bridges Falling Down, which is about materials, and Get Moving, which is about the history of transport. And in the summer term, Seeds of Change, which is about plants, and It's a Bug's Life, all about mini beasts. We have an exciting trip planned in a couple of weeks' time to Del Quay. We go on the beach looking for animals, and we learn about the coastline in Chichester Harbour. The children will travel half a class at a time in a minibus to Del Quay. If there is any parent who would like to join us, who has a car and can drive down with their child and one other from school, then please let me know. The last couple of years, it has been a glorious morning and the children have thoroughly enjoyed their time on the beach. As you can see in March, we are planning to go to Bewley. Obviously, the last 2 years, we haven't been able to go, so fingers crossed, this year we'll be able to go. Routines in the classroom. PE is a Monday afternoon, which is outdoor PE, and for this term it is hockey. And on a Wednesday morning, it's indoor PE, which for this term is gymnastics. Home learning activities are set on a Friday and will range across all curriculum areas. The task will come stuck into a book or on a piece of paper, and the children will have that in their book bags on a Friday. Reading will happen every day. The new routine for children to bring in their reading folders every day so that they're in the boxes, so that we have time to read with the children as often as we can, as reading is in particular a school focus this term. Spellings, the children will take home a short spelling list to learn at home, and that will go home with the home learning task on a Friday, and there'll be a quiz the following Thursday for the children around those words and around that spelling pattern that the children have. Times tables, by the end of the year, the children are expected to learn or to know their 2, 5, 10s and 3 times table towards the summer term. If they can learn more, fantastic. So any help and support that you can give in learning the tables will be brilliant. TT Rockstars is a great way that the children can practice those tables. In order for the children to reach their potential, they obviously need to be ready to learn. We teach the children the importance of looking at the teacher or the board, to sit still and to listen, to ask questions, to answer questions. We hopefully encourage the children to focus on their task and not to let others distract them around them. We give house point rewards, star awards, as well as lots of verbal praise and encouragement. Groupings and seating arrangements. Children sit in table groups of 6. Although they have an early morning place, they will sit with other children for maths, reading, and other writing and other activities. So they'll get to work with lots of children. Their table base, their early morning space, will change every half term. But as I say, they will get to work with lots of different children as well as adults across each school day. Lots of the assessment is ongoing as the children are working on their tasks. The planning and activities is then dependent on the children's understanding of each lesson's learning objectives. So there's a lot of continual assessment for learning where we adapt and amend tasks that suit the children and suit the learning that's happening in class. And there is often targeted support for reading, phonics, spelling, and some number work activities, which will start to happen once I get to know some of the children and what they can and can't do and where perhaps any gaps might be. Our school values and key learning words are celebrated and encouraged so that children learn to be resilient and determined. Please catch me at the end of the school day when you pick up your child if you have any concerns about your child's well-being or learning. You could also send an email to the office, which I will receive, or give a phone call through and we can make an appointment. The National Curriculum Key Stage tests are happening next year. Obviously, being a part of Year 2, that is one of the things that is set by the government. The Year 1 phonics test is happening in October this year because the children did not sit those in this summer term in Year 1. They've done an awful lot of work with Mrs. Neville, and we will just keep that work going until October when the children will just sit the 10 minutes test with an adult with all the work that they've been doing. The SATS tests happen in May. At the moment, we don't know what they're going to look like and how they're going to adapt them to meet the needs of the children, being as we've had so much learning outside of school. Details will follow once we know what they will look like for this academic year, but they are certainly not anything to worry about or to be concerned about at this moment in time. We will look at that when we get more guidance. Supporting your child learning at home. I would imagine you're all very, very good at this by now and possibly would like a little bit of a break. But if you're, as we're working through the school year, the reading regularly together and discussing the events and characters of books, choosing books, not just the reading scheme books, but outside books from libraries, from big brothers and sisters, from friends, magazines, comics, all of those things all add to the children's learning journey. So reading is a vital skill, and children that are good readers are generally good writers and spellers as well. To practice the key math skills by playing games using the 100 Square or others. There are a lot of online games that you can play, and all of that is outlined on the curriculum letter. The common exception words, at the moment we're looking at those ones for Year 1, just seeing which ones we need to still focus on before we start our Year 2 common exception words. Again, a list will be sent home as part of our weekly spellings. Completing the home learning task each week is a part of the school curriculum, and it will be based on something that we've done in school. It gives you a chance to see what's happening in school and how you can support, so that when the children are talking about all their fantastic activities, you'll be able to see what it is they've been doing. Obviously, visiting the library, using the internet for any research to do with our topics. We're looking into Mary Anning, who was the very famous fossil hunter, and Grace Darling, so you could find out a little bit about them. The VLE, which is on the school website, will have a list of the common exception words to learn. It will also have some topic areas and things that we might be doing. And certainly I'll put on any photographs that we take of children. Well, we've been doing some painting today. You'll see some photographs on there of what the children have been doing in school. As you can see already, we've done some work on our holidays. We've made some happy tins from the Worrysaurus book where children have got some happy thoughts. During our transition meeting, we made clay scallop shells to do with our coastlines and topics, and we've painted them this week. And at the moment they look very dull, but once they come out of the kiln, because they go back in the kiln, once they come out of the kiln, they are very impressive, and the children will have a wow moment when they come out. So we've done lots and lots of things already. I look forward to meeting you individually this term to discuss how your child is settling in with their class, with their friendships and with their learning. So hopefully the parents' evening will take part at some point in this term. Please, if you haven't caught me at the end of the school day at the gate and give me a wave or introduced yourself, please do so. I can't guarantee that I'm going to remember you all, but I know that Mrs. Ayres already has that under her belt, something I need to learn. Certainly so far they are a delightful class, and they've got a little bit of spark, which is lovely. They're asking lots of questions and they're interested in the learning. They're very well mannered and polite and full of fun. So I've thoroughly enjoyed my first week. I hope the children have, and I hope the children are coming home and telling you all the wonderful things that we're doing. So thank you for listening, and please talk to me anytime if you have any concerns, and I look forward to the coming year ahead with learning with your child.